Okay, so those are some basic concepts, and let's see. Here are objects. Okay, are objects. The most basic object is vectors. That's what you would see very often. Okay, and vectors it can be a list. A list is a vector. Okay, or it can be an atomic vector. Okay. Atomic vector is like in Python we have NumPy arrays. Okay, NumPy array, it has to be the same type, right? If one is numerical, everything has to be numerical, same data type. So that's what atomic vector is. So you can have atomic vector or you can have list. List can be mixed data types. Now and then we have arrays, matrices, and data frame. Okay. Matrices and data frames we use often. Okay. Data frame is very much like the data frame that we've seen in Python. Okay. Matrices is like NumPy array. Okay. Matrices will have to be all the same type. Okay. And data frame is like in Python, each column has to be of one particular type. Okay. A given column is all same type, but different columns can be of different data types. Okay. And the classes of R objects, okay, it can be a character, okay, and numeric here means floating point numbers. The numeric type, okay, numeric class is floating point number, and then you have integer. Right? Complex, okay, we're not going to worry too much about complex numbers. Okay, and then you have logical, true or false, 0 or 1, right? So these are we will be handling 4 of these types: character, numeric, integer, and logical. Okay, so numbers are double, so that's floating point. So integers are entered with an L at the end. Okay, so if you want a number, if you simply enter a number, then it's assumed that it is a floating point number. Okay, so it will be type numeric. But if you want the type to be integer, then you have to include that L at the end. Okay, let's look at that. Control Alt I. Okay. Now if I say X is 5, and then let's look at the class of X. Then to run, Control Shift Enter, it says numeric. Okay, we entered 5, but it says it's numeric. Okay, so one more chunk, Control Alt I. X is 5L, and then if I say class X, okay, Shift Control Enter, and then you see it says integer. Okay, and here are some number operations that you need to be aware of. Okay, 1 over 0 is the result of that would be infinity, and then 1 over, okay, INF is a reserved word, and that stands for infinity. 1 over infinity is 0, and then 0 over 0 is not a number, NaN. Then these R objects, okay, have among the attributes, these are the ones that are that's something that we'll be using quite often. Okay. R objects have names and then dimension names. Okay. And then the dimensions are like matrices or arrays. And class is like character, integer, numeric, and then length is how many elements there are, right? So let's, and this is not a complete list, as I said. Okay, so let's try some of these out. Okay. Control Alt I. Now let's say X is 3 to 10. And then we say class X, so it's going to be numeric. Okay. Length X, and then names X. Okay. Oh, I guess it's integer. So X class is integer, 3 to 10. Length is 8. Okay, 3 through 10 is 8 elements. Okay, and then the name is null. And we will look at how to name objects later on. Okay. And then we can have dimension of X is here. There is just one number, so it doesn't have any dimension at this point because it is not an array. It's just a vector. So dimension will make sense later on. Okay, we will look at matrices in a little bit, and it will make sense at that time.